It is a pleasure to be here this afternoon for our first cocktail as we speak about our investment strategy and the different initiatives that the Department of Trade and Consumer Affairs will be undergoing shortly. My name is Kyria Christopher, and I am the brand new director, and I'm excited to have you here and excited to be here. Just so you know, this is a celebration. There's not a lot of chairs, and it's for a purpose. We'll be short and sweet, and permit me while I give you a brief overview. The Trade and Consumer Affairs Department continues to focus on improving customer service, streamlining our trade license process, and reinforcing our commitment to responding to you, the consumers, in a timely and satisfactory manner. Inclusive of these functions is our commitment to refocus with a major part of our portfolio on investment. Our strategy includes fueling the entrepreneurial spirit. This is an exciting time in the Virgin Islands for the Trade and Consumer Affairs Department as we prepare a territory for local, regional, and international investment. It is in this same vein that I am proud to announce a variety of campaigns and initiatives to strengthen our course in this new direction. Shortly, you will begin to notice a revitalization of the Roatan community with the support of the BVI Tourist Board and the Office of the City Manager. We have visited all local businesses door to door, stressing the importance of maintaining pride in their buildings and surroundings by ensuring that their products are sold within the confines of the approved location and not on the public sidewalks or out the doorways. We are encouraged by the positive response and the support of the business community. For those of you who are here, a huge thank you. We have also begun to restore the use of the marketplace, where all vendors were contacted and informed of our intentions to gradually move them in a safe and protected environment. We call this Vendors on the Move. This shift will encourage friendly competition and pride in the display of their products, as all vendors will be located in an organized space. A special thanks to our Chief Agricultural Officer, Mr. Bevan Bratwith, for allowing us to take the lead in this project. Once our role is completed, the Trade and Consumer Affairs Department will relinquish any association back into the capable hands of agriculture. We are continuing to work diligently to have full usage of the market by March 13th of this month. Ladies and gentlemen, how does this apply to investment? Simple. A territory that is well organized, aesthetically appealing, and encourages a sense of pride is an indicator that we are well on our way to success. Remember, it starts locally. Our thinking, our feeling, our doing. Investment begins at home. It has been proven over and over again that successful businesses in any territory is a clear sign of a strong and vibrant economy. We will continue to do our part in supporting our local businesses. In a few minutes, I will invite the Honorable Premier to speak on the exciting launching of our Business of the Month and Innovative Business of the Year campaign. This and the aforementioned initiatives are all proudly led by the Department of Trade and Consumer Affairs, which falls under the purview of the Office of the Premier. All key strategies in promoting investment locally. Ladies and gentlemen, as the new director with a new direction, I am proud of my team and our refocused agenda. Come and experience the difference and observe our transformation. Thank you for coming here and sharing this joyous occasion with us. Please put your hands together as I invite the Acting Permanent Secretary for the Premier's Office, Mr. Broderick Penn, to give us brief remarks.
Forgive me, my voice is a little bit gone because I'm a little bit under the weather. Kyria asked me to give some brief remarks this afternoon, and brief I'll be. Just about an hour ago, I sat down to jot some notes And while I was doing so, I had occasion to call Kyria to ask her a question. And in her usual style, you could hear her vibrant, cheery, energetic voice under the line saying, "Yes, PS, you're on the program, and you have to speak." And I was like, "Kyria, do I really have to speak? I'll give you a minute." She's like, "No, give me 2 minutes, keep it going." But that's Kyria, always full of energy, and who can say no to Kyria? But more importantly than Kyria asking me to come and do this, I feel that this is an important milestone for the Department of Trade, because I think today we bear witness to the launch of a very important initiative, the so-called Business of the Month and Business of the Year initiative. And so with all of Kyria's bountiful energy behind the department, and she says new, but now to me it's the not so new, director, I am sure that this is only one of a few of all the initiatives that she has up her sleeves. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trade Department has had a long history of processing trade licenses. And in fact, it's become known for probably only just that. But the department is much more than that. I see it from where I sit. Some of you that have cause to do other businesses with the department see it. But at the Premier's office, we've challenged them to be more and to do more. We've also pledged our support to be able to help them in doing more. And I should say that I am very pleased that they're continually rising to the challenge. Today, to me, marks a further evolution in the programs that they have. And it also reiterates government's commitment to support small businesses. Already, the National Business Bureau, through the Trade Department, is providing strong financial support for small businesses, for the people with entrepreneurial dreams. And equally, we are providing training opportunities for these same and many other aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, today, we are rewarding those that handle their affairs well and those that are very innovative in their business operations. I think indeed it's important that we encourage, support, and celebrate the successes of those businesses throughout each step of the way. I am confident that the department, in pursuance of its mandate, will do this. I also pledge the Premier's office support to facilitate, through policy and resourcing, all feasible initiatives that will foster growth of small businesses in our country. After all, as the maxim goes, small businesses are the lifeblood of any economy. And in small economies like the BVI, we must demand and aspire greater economic output from small businesses. But they can't do it without our support. Lastly, I want to say to the staff of the Department of Trade, and I especially need to say this to them, I know your work is taxing, I know it's arduous, and very often it seems unrewarding. But rest assured that every entrepreneur that walks out of those doors with a trade license, especially when he gets it timely, or an NBV guarantee, they fully appreciate your commitment, as so does the Premier's office. I want to leave you with a challenge, though. I want to challenge you to match the energy of your director with your effort. And the Department of Trade, it will be set on a course to greater productivity and an even greater impact on the economy of the BVI. Thank you.
I want to bring your attention to two very special businesses that are here today. To my right, I want to be the first to introduce to you H&H Delight. And before I even go further, I want to say that because our theme for this season, we say this season, is fueling the entrepreneurial spirit, we were thinking on creative ways where we can promote businesses, young, old, and in between. And so for the first month, what we wanted to do is highlight businesses with a local flavor. So we asked a couple of people to come in and give us some samples because we were the real deal. You had to show us your product and we had to taste it and we had to see it because that's our brand. So we have to make sure you look good to make sure we look good. And so we're so proud to say that H&H Delight, I'm going to get all mixed up here, but she is Miss Huberta Todman. She has had a business with local drinks. And you can get tamarind drinks, you can get soursop drink, ginger, and there's something else there. I'm not sure if I recognize. I'm afraid to call the name. Oh, I knew that was a passion fruit. I just couldn't see it. Passion fruit drinks. So I invite you to come and taste her product. I invite you to utilize Miss Todman once you're having a cocktail or party, especially if you want to have a local theme. Her trade license is paid up to date. She has done everything that she's supposed to do. And we want you to encourage to use our local entrepreneurs. And in that same vein, I'm very proud to obviously endorse also Miss Ermini McTavius from Locally Yours. She has a delightful appeal here. If you can see a variety of jams. Well, Chase ain't ready for her, let me tell y'all, because her product is superior. The packaging is delightful. She is ready to go. So I am hoping by now Rotong Wholesale will call you and order 20 cases of Locally Yours jam. So we invite you all to visit them. Everything here on your right is for free. So when you are leaving, you are able to take up a jam. Right now you can have some juices and other things so you can taste the product, because we want you to see what our local entrepreneurs can do. So please give those two special vendors a round of applause for being so brave. And we thank them so much. And it's even better that they're persons here that are local of the soil, and we're so happy to have you as our first two entrepreneurs for the month of March. So congratulations to you all, and I expect that they will call me next month and say, Miss Christopher, I am a total millionaire now because of this cocktail. So please don't embarrass me, guys. Make sure you patronize them. We're having a video presentation now. I want to just give you a little bit of a history while I bring Miss Mercer here. Part of this cocktail is really to announce our Business of the Month initiative and also our Innovative Business of the Year. I like to call them the Premier's Baby. So I said to the staff, we will not fail. Failure is not an option. We only get A+As. So we want to make the Premier and the entire government of the British Virgin Islands proud. We went out to a couple of these businesses. I will let Mrs. Mercer talk a little bit more, but I want you to cast your eyes either in front or to the back, and you will get to see a glimpse of 3 of the businesses of the month nominees. And later on to the back of the program, the end of the program, we will introduce or announce, the winner that will receive lots of wonderful fancy prizes. So I invite Miss Mercer.
Good evening. I acknowledge the protocol already established. So I would like to welcome once again our distinguished guests, our entrepreneurs, our visitors, our friends. Welcome. Now, Director mentioned that one of the projects that the Department of Trade has currently undertaken is called the Business of the Month Showcase. Now, this came about because the Department of Trade, as the acting PS rightfully said, has been for a long time looked at as just a trade license crunching machine. And it is far more than that. In the vein of going with the theme, fueling the entrepreneurial spirit, the director and I had a dialogue, and I said to her, Director, we need to chart things a little different. We cannot continue to do things that are one-off. Typically around Christmas time, there are a lot of businesses out, for the Christmas on Main Street, and a lot of times they do not make the revenue back that they spend to be on display during that period of time. So we wanted to do something that had a little more teeth, that had some more meat on it, that would actually benefit our small businesses. What we noticed is that a lot of our small businesses had some trouble in terms of getting themselves, promoted or marketed well. So hence came the Business of the Month Showcase. One business every month for the entire length of that month, so from the first of the month to the end of the month, is going to be showcased through various means. Okay, so we're going to have television, radio, online sources. One of the things that we wanted to do is make sure that our businesses know who else is in the playing field. We can have a lot of connections or networking done where businesses are able to probably find local vendors on the ground. We also wanted the community to know who is in your space, what services they provide, what kind of products they have. how can you get in contact with them? So with that premise, in trying to build up our small businesses within this territory, we felt it necessary that this become an ingrained part of who the Department of Trade is. And I must say that we have gotten full support from our Premier's office with trying to make sure that this takes place. So this is only the beginning of us trying to stretch our hands out and reach out to build our small businesses in the territory. Now, as Director said, we had several businesses that took part in the loan guarantee program, and those businesses were shortlisted. From that shortlisting, the Premier and a contingent of persons, and here are the following persons: the Acting Permanent Secretary, Mr. Broderick Penn, the Director of Trade, Mrs. Keria Christopher, Director of Communication, Mrs. Arlene Penn, Business Development Manager, yours truly, Laura Lee Mercer Williams, and the team of GIS officers were on site at each of these shortlisted businesses, being able to interview, dialogue, and get a sense of what that business is and what that business existence means to the territory, seeing the growth of that business and what impact it's going to have. So I'm going to ask you, not necessarily to sit back because you're standing, but to indulge us for a moment as we take a preview of the site visits that were done for those businesses that were shortlisted. Thank you.
Most of our catch depends on what the fisheries want at the time. If not, then we would distribute our fish throughout the different restaurants. It's a lot of opportunity for especially the young people now coming up, getting into the fishing industry in terms of branching out. I myself actually wanted to start a little company teaching the young children how to fish and what's not, teaching them the different aspects of fishing, just to get them off of the street a little bit.
Actually, I was born in one of these houses. But later on, we were able to remove the grass and put galvanized. And later on, we were able to knock on everything and put concrete. This is a retrofit there, but it's not out. Of the Johnson outside mill because of the rock factory. These are the factories. And the mules are operated pairs, yoked together. They're a piece of wood. And remember that I was working on the machinery. And this would be in a center position and they'll be thrown in the middle, round and round.
We raise the chicken in there. We have different stages in there. These pens can hold up to 4,000 chickens a piece. There's two of them we have. We have one down there with ducks, and the layers hopefully will be in the next week. But we put them in stage one up there when we first get them. We get 1,000 chickens coming in the night. So we put them in stage one. Then at about 2 weeks we moved on to stage two. And about three and a half weeks we moved them up to stage three. And this is what we call dead row right here. To get the chicken to the market, you have to have it at least 6 weeks before we put it on the market. We say 6 to 8 weeks before we put it on the market. That depends on the growth of the chicken.
They're different treatment, they need space.
No, but they need more exercise space.
Exercise.
Yeah, they need more exercise space. When they first come, they're young, they're 1 day old. So what happens, we got to put them in a warm spot and control the temperature to get them marketable.
So today, nobody, with the exception of myself and the Premier and probably one GIS officer, knows who the business of the month is. I am so excited. It's like Christmas, because we know that this is an exciting time for not only the department, but when you hear the support that the Department of Trade and Consumer Affairs, with the blessings and the full support of the Premier's office, have given us for this initiative. We expect that next month we will have 100 applications to get Business of the Month, and everybody will be jealous of the persons who won. Now, I get to stand here on this podium, but I can assure you this is a collaboration of many people, and I could not be more proud of as the PS says, I'm not new anymore. So my not so new staff now, and I know when I came the first day, I was a little bit hesitant because I said, Lord, it's going to say who this girl is and all this makeup coming. But I came in here and I think we adjusted well. So we have a daily grading scheme every day, every single day. They can tell you, you start off with an F, and you better walk right up to an A+, or else you gotta get going. So we have some very strong rules and regulations, but I want folks to know that this is not a joke. We don't want the government of the Virgin Islands employees to be just labeled as people who come and sit around all day. I can assure you that is not happening in our department, and I will invite Joy Scatliff, who gets a lot of A+, that's why she's up here presenting, to present our staff. I'm going to say our brand new staff, because this is a new attitude, a new improved look, and we think it's important for you, the public, to know and understand who are the persons that are behind the scenes. So please put your hands together for Ms. Joy Scatliff as she introduces the entire team.